Stipe Miocic calls out the winner of Ciryl Gane and Jon Jones. We rarely get to see anything from Stipe. Not a tweet, not anything. We don't get that much from him, and when we do, it's so rare. It really is. But here's another breaking news. I'm pretty sure nobody knows about this because Blaydes did this over there on Facebook. I mean, you got everything out there. Why are you gonna go on Facebook? You got Twitter, you got Instagram, and then you choose Facebook. Okay, fine. So then Blaydes says that he believes they're gonna matchmake him against Sergei Pavlovich. That is what he said. Pavlovich. So now Stipe Miocic is over there saying that I want the winner of that fight, where everybody saw that tweet because everybody's waiting for anything that Stipe is gonna give us. It's almost like a Christmas present on how rare it is. You barely get it. So then you get Curtis Blaydes over there saying on Facebook, disgusting app by the way, that nobody even saw, with him saying that he thinks they're gonna make him up against Sergei Pavlovich. Nobody saw that other than me. I gotta tell you, nobody saw that other than me. So now Stipe Miocic thinks that he will be fighting the winner of that fight, of that championship fight between Ciryl Gane and Jon Jones. And Curtis Blaydes is thinking that he's gonna fight Sergei Pavlovich for #1 contendership. Who do you think got more attention in the recent message? Of course it's Stipe. Stipe did that on Twitter. Everybody saw that. I saw that. You saw that. Everybody did. So now Stipe Miocic has a problem. Because if Curtis Blaydes thinks that he will be fighting Sergei Pavlovich, that almost just gave us an idea. I mean, you're calling a guy out without actually calling a guy out. I don't think Sergei Pavlovich has actually responded to this. I do know that Sergei Pavlovich has a Twitter account. And that tells me that he actually didn't see what Blaydes said. So now Curtis Blaydes is expecting for him and Sergei Pavlovich to fight for #1 contendership. I mean, obviously that is what it is. It's for #1 contendership. Well, that gave us an idea. Like, that would give us an idea that maybe Sergei Pavlovich and Curtis Blaydes would be a very good idea. I mean, Sergei Pavlovich versus Curtis Blaydes is such a good fight. It's such a tough challenge for Sergei Pavlovich. But here's the problem that I have. Why did Curtis Blaydes not call out Stipe instead? I mean, if he thinks that he's gonna be fighting Sergei Pavlovich, that's almost accepting that you will fight the guy. You're not gonna fight and say, I want Stipe. Right? I mean, who do you want more? The guy that hasn't fought in 2 years? Or the guy that has a 5-fight KO win streak? I mean, who do you want to fight more? The guy that got flatlined in his last fight versus the guy that flatlined 3 people in his last 3 fights. Of course you'd want the guy that's aging, right? The guy that's aging and got absolutely demolished in his last fight against Ngannou. Why didn't Curtis Blaydes just call out the easier guy and say it's for #1 contendership? I'm not saying that Curtis Blaydes isn't that smart of a guy. I mean, of course he's such a great fighter. Of course he can become a champion. But what I'm saying is he did make a mistake by saying that he thinks the UFC will matchmake him up against Pavlovich. But now here's what Stipe has in his hands. If that fight does actually happen between Curtis Blaydes and Sergei Pavlovich, Stipe Miocic will now fight and wait. He will now need to fight a different guy and wait. I mean, more likely he's gonna be fighting Tom Aspinall, or he's gonna retire. I mean, what is it? I mean, I'm pretty sure what he wanted all along was to rematch Ngannou because they went 1-1. So he was trying to chase that rematch. Jon Jones was his ticket. If he beat Jon, he would be fighting Ngannou. But then he wasn't saying anything about that fight at all. In fact, the only thing that I saw about that fight is him training. Not even captions about Jon Jones, not even anything. He's training out there with his fireman gear. So now that Francis Ngannou is out, all he's chasing is the gold. All he's chasing is that belt. But that motivation is very different now. If that fight with Curtis Blaydes and Pavlovich is made, Stipe Miocic could just be retiring. Unless he fights Tom Aspinall. Here's what you have to do if you're Stipe. Call out Curtis Blaydes. Because Stipe Miocic said that he wants the winner. I like this, okay? He likes it in July. I want the winner in July for the belt. I'm the next guy in line. He said that thinking that there's nobody else in the line. Well, there is. This guy thought that he's gonna be fighting and that he's next in line just because everybody in line isn't doing anything. He puts himself in front. Well, Curtis Blaydes says that how about a no? If you're Stipe, you want to call out Curtis Blaydes right now. You're not gonna let him fight Sergei Pavlovich for #1 contendership. You don't want that, because that would mean that you're gonna be fighting Tom Aspinall. And wait, that means another training camp. That means more time. Stipe Miocic is aging out there in Cleveland. I mean, the problem that Stipe has is that Curtis Blaydes kinda just gave us an idea for who's next. I mean, Stipe is saying that he's next when he hasn't fought anybody in a very long time. I mean, who do you want to give the opportunity to? The guy who's fighting for #1 contendership, the guy that's fighting for an opportunity to fight for the belt, or the guy that hasn't fought in a very long time, 2 years ago, and he's saying that he wants to fight the winner. He's not gonna do anything about it. He's just gonna get it. Well, Stipe Miocic hasn't seen that post from Curtis Blaydes on Facebook. Understandable, because Stipe Miocic isn't that type of guy. But here's the good thing, is that that fight isn't actually official. Curtis Blaydes versus Sergei Pavlovich might not be happening. But if it does, Stipe will be having a very tough time. He's gonna have to go to a fight and wait and wait and wait. This guy is aging while doing that.